Hey, I'm Greg.
And I'm Billy.
And we're the Fuji Guys. We have a nice little video today. It was really just talking about the benefits of having an EVF on a camera that has a long zoom like this one. What's an EVF, Billy?
It's basically an LCD screen but smaller for your eyes, or electronic viewfinder.
Yeah, so everyone knows that the cameras have LCD screens on the back. The cameras that also have this little eye hole here typically have an electronic viewfinder. Really, there's four key benefits we want to cover off here, Billy, and each of them are really true benefits. So if you're thinking of buying a camera with a long zoom like this, please carefully listen to the benefits of having a camera with an EVF and choose one with an EVF. Okay, so number one benefit.
My number one benefit is actually the way you hold the camera. Now this style of camera obviously allows you to have a better grip, but without electronic viewfinder, you end up taking a picture like this. Well, with the electronic viewfinder, it's up to your eye level, your elbows are in, and you end up becoming sort of a human tripod.
Exactly.
So you actually take a very steady shot, and it's very imperative that you do, because these cameras has very long zoom range.
Right.
And the longer they are, the more you can add shake to it. And by having that better stability, it's actually doubling up on even cameras that have built-in image stabilization.
Right, so image stabilization, whether it's optical, digital image stabilization is one. Human image stabilization, HIS, is really just as effective. The difference between holding a camera like this and taking a picture with a long zoom and like this is the equivalent of having.
And on top of that, you have all your other
stabilization.
techniques of leaning onto a side wall, anything like while using that. So that's number one.
By far, I think that's number one. What's our number two benefit?
I think the number two benefit is the ability to actually see the images on bright sunny days. Typically, these style cameras, you end up shooting outdoors a lot, especially for sports and whatnot. And it's sometimes very difficult, even with all the technical advancements of LCD screens with anti-reflective coatings, brighter backlit designs on the LCD screen. Even with all that, still, when light hits it, it's still very difficult for a lot of customers. And having that EVF, I think, is a key feature.
Yeah.
And a must for this style camera.
Yeah, depending, people circle around, take pictures, the sun's reflecting off in different ways. It's always different. The technology's improved, but nothing beats trying to compose your picture in bright sunlight by looking through an EVF.
And it's not just about composition as well. You can also see the exposure being proper. So it's not underexposed or overexposed. And even
the focus locking in. So very good. Taking pictures in bright sunlight gives you much better. Now the third one's kind of the same thing, but in reverse, right?
Yes, because the EVF acts like an LCD screen. Anything that you can do on an LCD screen, you can do on the EVF as well. So all the shooting information, and of course the playback and the ability to actually review your images. A lot of times when you share an image outdoors and you show it to someone, there's a lot of glare, and it's really difficult to actually show your buddies the shots you've taken. And even personally for you, if you want to check the exposure, zoom in on that exposure or zoom in on that subject to make sure that they're in focus, it's a lot easier to do that with the EVF.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you one thing, for people who wear reading glasses like myself, trying to look at an image on an LCD screen and focus from this distance is sometimes very difficult. When you look at the EVF, it's much easier to see in the playback mode.
Yeah, and add the sunlight to that as well.
I can speak from experience there. And number four is basic, simple fact, is that when you use the EVF to compose and shoot your pictures and also use it for playback, you virtually extend your battery power by double.
Absolutely. And with the LCD screens, a lot brighter. They actually have more color in them, and because of all that special add-on, you end up consuming more battery life. And so using the EVF actually reduces the battery life and almost doubling your shots per charge.
Yeah. So in summary, if you're going to buy a camera that's got a long zoom, that's got a nice grip like this, that you're thinking of traveling with or taking kids' sports pictures with, don't buy one without an EVF, because you're going to miss the benefit of having a steady human image stabilization tripod. You're going to miss the advantage of being able to frame your pictures even in bright sunlight or play those pictures back in bright sunlight.
That's right.
And also, you'll go through your batteries twice as fast.
Exactly. And one last thing is, it's not even maybe a feature, but you also look a lot better and more professional when you actually take a picture, looking like this than actually looking like this.
Oh, it's all about your image, isn't it, Billy? Anyways, great benefits for AVF. Until next video, I'm Greg.
And I'm Billy.
And we're the Fuji Guys.